do not skip this video. I'm going to show you how to 10x your capital in the stock market, the best stocks to buy. By the way, before we begin, guys, this is the return in this period, this month, 50% recovery, right? So this is my actual portfolio, up 50% on my trades. So as you guys, because you guys follow my trades here. And some of you have entered in profit, especially if you had enough capital to average in after the crash, which, by the way, I've warned about that it was nothing. And those who listened are probably counting their money. Look, guys, and those who are still listening, you're going to count your money very soon. I want you to just know this stock firm. Just let's have a look at this stock, Hims and Hers, right? This stock is up $64. And I notice big channels on the internet now are talking about it. I had this last year at $12, guys. Look. Right? This is my trading account for last year. You can see the number one trade I took was like Mara. You guys know that. And I made more than that, but this is not count. This is only counting last year's. And I had Hims and Hers, the second one, right? Made like 20 grand on that. I had it at $12. We were all in this trade. And here's what happened, guys. It's now $64. If only I waited 1 year, right? This is the thing about investing. Those who wait get to see it through. But really, you had to believe in that trade. You had to be that person who believes in the industry, in the trade. And those are the people that get to see the big returns. And now I'm going to make you believe in one more industry. By the way, I'm sure you guys have been religious followers. This is Archer Aviations. Religious followers? I don't know if that's a word. Religiously. You've been following religiously. It's 13.30, guys. All right, we had it at $7. Remember that? Remember that last year. You're now up 88%. Congratulations. Now, one more. So let's go back here and let's 10x, shall we? By the way, how are you guys doing? You doing good? You know, things might be slow. A lot of headlines. But the market is slowly creeping up. You guys can see this. These pictures are to grab your attention. Get you locked in. So we're up 50% this period, right? The hot industry, guys. I look around the markets today. I'm afraid I don't see anything that can get us higher. Right? Other than the already major stocks that exist out there. I just don't feel like there's anything that can get us higher except these three things. The new real estate is data centers. The new cloud computing, which back then, that was the hot thing, guys. Cloud computing. It's AI. Hosting. AI. The new tech is AI. And everything related. Okay, the new oil. The new energy is renewable. And all of these three things connect together. The new banking system is Bitcoin. This is the only thing that I believe is going to cause a craze and mayhem in the market, because this is not going anywhere. Bitcoin, cool. It's an asset that everybody wants. But data centers, AI, renewable energy. Did you know they're all connected to Bitcoin mining? Right? Now, Bitcoin mining at one stage was this thing that it's not profitable. Bitcoin miners, all they do is mine at a loss. I agree with you. And all they do is dilute. I agree with you. But that's because Bitcoin mining is a zero-sum game. Every 4 years, you're literally getting your revenue slashed in half. And we've seen that in April 2024. Now, there's one more half. And after that, these Bitcoin miners are gone, are finished. But wait, they have something that is very important, guys, for one sector that is making up the markets. AI. Bitcoin miners, what do they have? They've got data centers, sites, renewable energy. Some of them have their own grids. They control their grid. They turn on and off the electricity. They don't need to go ask some provider. They generate the electricity. They've got the infrastructure. You know, it takes very long to make warehouses, infrastructure, data centers. And it also benefits from Bitcoin mining. It benefits from Bitcoin mining and Bitcoin increasing in price. Now, let me show you how it looks. If they focus on Bitcoin mining now, and how does it look if they become profitable? So remember this, Hims and Hers. What did we say? We said this was a company that sells Viagra, and basically the revenue this quarter was 500 million, half a billion. That's very good, right? And you can see it's constantly increasing, and that's great. The market cap is 14. PE ratio is a little high at $94, or 94 PE ratio, not dollars. This is not dollars. Okay. Now, here is a typical Bitcoin stock. Irene Limited, for example. Okay. $8. It's only 1.8 billion, almost 2 billion. And this is the revenue for last quarter. 150 million. Okay. 3 times less than what you see in there. Net income 24 million. Diluted earnings per share 11 cents. Net profit margin 16. Right? Remember, this is comparing it now to Hims and Hers. Profit margin is better than Hims and Hers. Diluted earnings per share a little bit better here, but net income, they have half of their net income. But this is valued at 14 billion. While this is valued at 2 billion, because traders are still a little bit afraid of this stock, because this stock, remember, relies on Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is a very volatile asset class. What happens when Bitcoin holds the 100,000 and these guys are constantly, what happens when Bitcoin increases in value in the next 3 years, which it will, by the way? We're bound to see 170 minimum. Okay. On top of that, they're actually making money from AI hosting. And if they can continue doing that and replace this income in the next 3 years, then where will this stock be? And what will it become if not Bitcoin miner? It will become an infrastructure company. Today, when you go out there searching for REITs, real estate investment trusts to buy, you will realize these investment trusts that are emerging are data center and technology infrastructure stocks and real estate companies. They're no longer buying apartments. They're no longer buying commercial offices. They are buying data centers, renewable energy sites. And this, guys, is where the next chapter will be. AI and everything renewable, because AI requires so much power and energy, and you need to get it cheap. The only way you can get it cheap is through renewable energy. So when the craze returns and when traders decide it's time to get rich somewhere, well, where do you think they're gonna go, guys? They're gonna have to go to the likes of Bitcoin miners or infrastructure real estate investment trust. But that's for people who don't know how to pick stocks. But what if you can read? And what if you can look at what's happening and who's shifting and who's emerging? Surely you come out on top. So that's where the money's heading, guys. Bitcoin miners, they're not getting the real attraction they deserve, for good reasons, because of course a lot of people are scared of them, because they say they have 3 years left and they'll be less profitable. They have to dilute again. But these are profitable. Look at this company, for example. It's a profitable company. Last year they were profitable above all other miners. And of course, you've got the likes of Marathon Digital, which has a lot of Bitcoin, and its price is specifically focused or depends on Bitcoin movement, right? But they also have around 16 sites, and these 16 sites will depend, or when they emerge as the top players in AI, you know, these 16 sites are worth more than the 5 billion market cap you have here, because that specific real estate is going to go up in value as well, alongside their Bitcoin holdings. So you see, this becomes an infrastructure company, but as well as a Bitcoin holding company. And this is one of those stocks that is positioned well alongside Irene, and I believe also TeraWulf. Okay, CleanSpark I haven't studied, but I'm sure they're all doing the same thing. So this is where the next 10x is, guys. And we've seen what happened to the likes of Plug Power. Remember 2021 when everything was clean energy and that sector really went from $4 all the way to basically $63, guys. This company had nothing. But the trader wanted to buy this. The investor wanted to buy this. Will we ever get what we seen in 2021? Yes, we will. When liquidity enters the market, when rate cuts come in, because liquidity is what drives like crazy prices. When all the retail money is focused on one thing. Now, that's one. Of course, you look at Archer Aviation. This is eVTOL. This is electric aircraft. So you see, it's everything about renewable now. And you say, well, Zed, wasn't this the hot thing for 2021? Yeah, but we were ahead of time. Now we really need it. Now you really need it with an introduction of AI. Okay? But again, you can't just buy the likes of Plug Power and Ballard's power system or Bloom Energy is profitable, but not every renewable sector or renewable stock is actually profitable or is making money. Like, have a look here. This here is getting close to profitability and they actually have revenue. In comparison to the likes of Plug Power, for example, that's about to get delisted by the likes of it. You understand? So when the craze happens, you can bank on the 10x, guys. Here's just something. This hopefully is grabbing your attention before you go to sleep here. We don't need to see this. Expectations, guys. I look at 5 to 10x returns, but you really don't know because this sector is young. And I think a lot of retailers understand it now as well. I'm looking at 40 to 100 for Mara, Ring 30 to 50, Wolf 10 to 20, CleanSpark 20 to 50, and Riot as well, 20 to 50. On one condition, this here is just based on the Bitcoin price going up. But after 3 years, they could be worth more if they actually transition profitably into AI. And that's that one condition here, if they adapt quickly. And you have to adapt, and all of them are adapting, by the way. That's me done, guys. Smash that like button if you watched this far. Appreciate you as always, and I'll see you next time. And peace and love as always. Let me know what you think of this sector, and if there's any other sectors out there I should look into.